This is Habersham Pointe. I don't know if you can rent these or they're condos or what, but got a great view of the lake. I'm going to check into it. Might make a nice vacation spot for me and my wife. We got a little marina up here. How you guys doing? Does it end right back here?
You can go back just a bit more, but then everything's up.
Cool. Take care. Alright guys, we have gone as far as we can go. You can see I'm actually in the bottom of the lake. All this up here, this is the lake bed. See, we got a couple boats, more than a couple actually, out of water. So a lot of these floating docks back here are actually on the lake bed, so it's water's a lot lower than it normally is. There's a little bit more water this way, but a lot of rocks. It's too shallow. I'm not going to be able to go up that little stream, so that's pretty much it for the trip. Let's take a look at some of the gear I've got, because it's all about the gear, right? So you can tell I've got my trusty kayak, Wilderness Systems Tempest 170. This is one of the only kayaks I've bought new. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted it. I put the research in. I did not get to demo this boat before I bought it. I could not find somewhere close, and I did not have the time, but I did the research. I knew this is what I wanted. I knew that it was going to be a tricky boat, but it has everything I wanted. Skeg, it's got the speed. You can take it to the ocean. You can play in the ocean with this kayak, and you can bring it on Lake Lanier, Chattahoochee, wherever. So got the obvious stuff: paddle, PFD, skirt. Those are the essentials. For a boat like this, you also need a pump, right? You've got to be able to pump the water out if you flip this boat. Another thing you may need, depending on your skill level, is a float for your paddle. That's to put on the end of the paddle. You inflate it, and that helps you lock the paddle in to the rigging on the boat and get back in the boat. You lock it in right back here behind you, and helps stabilize the boat while you do a re-entry on the water. I've also got a compass, probably the most valuable thing I've got here beside the essential stuff. A lot of little coves in Lake Lanier, easy to get lost. Can't say enough about it. Water, it's not real hot out here today. It's overcast, but the sun is out. I'm getting some sun, and I'm paddling constantly. I've got a cruising speed today between 4.5 and 5 miles an hour. So I'm constantly burning calories. I'm getting tired. I'm using the water in my body. I'm perspiring. So normally for a long trip, I carry about 3 of these in my day hatch, and then I've got a camelback up here. Didn't bring the camelback today because this is a shorter trip. But those are the essentials. I've also got lunch in the day hatch. I've got camera batteries, stuff like that with me if I need those things. So yeah, it's all about the gear, right? The gear is one of the funner things about this, besides the trips, obviously. But all right, guys. Well, until next time, until we find something else to explore, I'll see you on the water.